Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Siu.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about how to convert more leads into sales with this ninja hack. Do you want me to go first?
Go for it. You want to explain what it is?
Okay, so the ninja hack is this. So Neil, when you used to run the course webinar, did you collect people's phone numbers?
I did.
All right. What did you do with the phone numbers?
I texted them.
Okay. And what did you do with the people that responded to those texts?
Well, I did two forms of text. So the first was if you registered for a webinar, we would collect your phone number. And we did something that was quite interesting. Most people collect the phone number and require you to enter to attend the webinar. Mm-hmm. What we did was we made you put in your name and email address. The next step was phone number. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't put in the phone number, you can still attend the webinar because we didn't want the phone number to be a requirement to attend the webinar and reduce our entry rate. But still, over 60% of people put in the phone number. Before the webinar started, we would text you an hour before, and 15 minutes before, we had an integration with Twilio, which provides text service API or whatever it is. And we would just text people reminders. That would be the first message we would send off to people.
And if I'm a registrant and you send me the reminder text, and all of a sudden I'm just like, Neil, I can't make it. What happens then?
We would respond back and give you another link for a webinar that was on a different day or a different time.
Got it. And how did you guys respond back?
We'd be like, oh, so-and-so, I'm sorry about that. Is there anything we can do to help? I was really looking forward to have you on the webinar. I'm also doing one tomorrow. Does this time work for you? And I would send the link as well.
Got it. So one thing, what I found recently, someone shared this, was that we use Twilio as well, and so they get the SMS reminders. But a lot of people sometimes be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, can you send me the slides? I couldn't attend. Like, da 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 da." And most of the time, those would just go into a black hole. And what we found, after this person said it, was that what you can do is we use an email collaboration tool called Front, and what you can do is you can hook in your Twilio via API, hook in your Twilio with Front, and then basically when people respond, you can actually respond directly to them and get a conversation starting. Because oftentimes, like for example, on a webinar, somebody might be selling $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 product, and they just need to get in a conversation. And these are prime opportunities for you to get in a conversation with somebody. You're trying to go deeper on that touch point, and then you can actually do that. But a lot of people, it's money left on the table because they think it's just because they're sending reminders it goes into a black hole. But you can actually take control yourself. Use Front. I love Front for many other reasons, but you can also integrate it with your Twilio and then message people.
Yeah, another thing you can do too is when we were on the webinar, we don't have a webinar flow anymore, but when we had a webinar and you watched the majority of it and you saw the offer and you didn't buy, we would then text you. Once you responded, we would try to engage again and then try to convert you into a customer. The cool part about doing this is when you're trying to generate these sales, the simplest text message to send that converts extremely well is just, hey, right? The second one that converted extremely well for us is their name ? Technically, we went back and forth. Sometimes the name converted better. Sometimes just hey converted better. But we would send a text message like Eric ? Because if you got that, what would you respond with?
Yes.
Or you would respond with who's this?
Yeah.
That was the most common.
Text message. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was the most common response was who's this? And then you just go, this is so and so from Neil Patel's team. I noticed you watched the webinar and you saw X, Y, and Z. How can we help? You can do the same thing if you're just collecting leads on your website. So if someone goes to your website, they read 3 of your blog posts, they opt in for a form, you got their phone number, you can do either A, ringless voicemail, B, you can also send them a text message being like, hey Eric, I noticed you're reading this article about Facebook ads. Is there anything I can help you with your Facebook advertising right now? Do you have any questions for me? Great way to start converting more leads into sales.
Great. So that is it for today. And just to remind you, we are looking to bring this podcast to 1 million downloads. Once we get there, we will throw a live event in Los Angeles. So to get the details, just go to marketingschool.io/stats. Remember, what you got to do to help spread the word here is rate, review, and subscribe. So go there and you'll find out more details, and we'll see you tomorrow.